Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I would like to say thank you to our interviewee karena sudah mau meluangkan waktunya dan bersedia untuk kita interview. Jadi maksud dan tujuan kita untuk menginterview kalian adalah untuk melihat pandangan kalian sebagai LTA atau Language Teacher Agency mengenai uh, makro level atau mengenai hal-hal di lingkungan yang bisa mempengaruhi teaching proses kalian. Mungkin langsung saja pada pertanyaannya. Uh, the first question is, could you describe the main policies or curriculum guidelines that you feel have had the most impact on your teaching practices? Maybe both of you can answer first.
May I answer first?
Sure.
Okay. So I think the main policies or curriculum guidelines that I feel have had the most impact on teaching practices is the curriculum of 2013 because it emphasizes student-centered learning, critical thinking, and character development. So the curriculum or main policies that that has had a significant impact on teaching practices uh, based on my point of view. I think it is the curriculum of 2013. Thank you.
All right, thank you. How about the others?
All right. For me, language policies at the institutional level often influence in my methods in teaching. For example, if there's a policy that emphasizes the use of English as the primary language in the classroom, so I feel the need to use more English in my interaction with students. However, if the school support bilingualism or values the local language, I also feel more comfortable using the local language to support understanding. And these policies sometimes limit my flexibility, but they also provide guidance on um, how to develop students' language skills. That's all for me. From me.
All right, thank you. Maybe we move to the next question. The second question is, how did you feel about national or regional educational policies to your level of freedom you had to make instructional choices during the practical?
Okay, may I first?
Sure.
Um, for me, I felt somewhat restricted by the policies, especially regarding lesson structure and content. While I understood the need for consistency across classes, it sometimes limited my ability to tailor lessons to students' unique needs and interests. For example, if a topic was not engaging for the students, I could not easily change it because it was part of the required curriculum. However, within the set framework, I tried to make small adjustments such as varying the types of classroom activities or adding interactive elements where possible. That's all.
All right. How about Tri Sandra?
Um, Different with Raisa, I think national and regional educational policies in Indonesia often provide a framework for teaching, including curriculum standards and assessment guidelines, while these policies uh, offer a sense of directions, and they also allow for some flexibility in instructional choices. So I think there is a lot of freedom to adapt lesson plans so it can be related with students' needs and learning styles within the broader frameworks of the curriculum. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Maybe we can move to the next question, but the next question will be delivered by my partner. To my partner, please.
All right, thank you. So maybe for the next question is, how did that influence your confidence as a language teacher? I think Raisa, you can answer it first.
All right. Influence my confidence as a language teacher. I think these restrictions initially made me feel less confident because I could not fully apply my ideas and creativity. However, over time, I learned to adapt and find ways to work within the system while still making lesson engaging. And this experience actually helped me grow as I learned to be flexible and find a balance between following guidelines and meeting students' needs. And now I feel more confident about teaching within a structured system and adapting when necessary. Thank you. That's all.
All right, that's a good answer. And how about you, Trisandra?
Sorry. Of course, national and regional policies have positive influence because the clear guidelines and an expectation provided by the curriculum have helped a lot for prepared and empowered to deliver effective lessons. Additionally, the opportunity to make instructional choices within the framework of the curriculum have an impact to develop creativity and problem solving skills. So also boosting my confidence. Thank you. That's all for me.
All right, thank you. And maybe this is the last question. So in your opinion, are the changes in the educational system or policies would help increase language teachers' ability to make independent teaching decisions? And what challenges do you face in those changes? Maybe Trisandra, you can answer it first.
Okay, thank you. I believe that the ongoing changes in Indonesia's education system and policies have the potential impacts to significantly enhance language teachers' ability to make independent instructional decisions. But there are still challenges that can hinder language teachers' ability to make independent teaching decisions, which are heavy workload. Like teachers often have a heavy workload, including administrative tasks, extracurricular activities, and community engagement, which can limit their time to preparation and prepare lesson plan. And the second one is lack of resources, like appropriate resources such as textbook, technology, and professional development opportunities are essential for effective teaching. It is important to ensure that teachers can have access to these resources, but it is lacked of it. That's all from me.
All right, thank you, Trisandra. And Raisa, how about you?
Okay, I agree with Sandra. Yes, I believe that more flexibility in policies would benefit language teachers, allowing teachers more freedom to adapt lessons based on their students' needs could lead to more effective and engaging learning experiences. For instance, policies that support differentiated instruction and allow for more diverse teaching methods could empower teachers to make decisions that are best for their specific classrooms, rather than always following a one-size-fits-all approach. And for the challenges, I think one of the main challenges that I faced with this change is adapting quickly to new expectation while still learning the foundational skills of teaching. When policies or curriculum shift, I sometimes feel pressure to adjust my methods without fully understanding or mastering the previous approach. And another challenge is finding resources or training to implement new guidelines effectively, as not all schools provide adequate support during transition. And it's a balancing act between adapting to new policies and developing my own teaching style. I think that's all.
All right, thank you, Raisa and Trisandra, for your great answer. And I think that's all our questions for this interview. And maybe I will give it back to Siti Marisa.
Okay. From we as interviewer want to say thank you to both of you as interviewee. And your answer is good and help our research. So once again, we want to say thank you so much for your ketersediaannya. Maybe this meeting I will end. Thank you so much.
Thank you.